Howdy, YouTube. Howdy. Howdy, YouTube. Howdy. Howdy, YouTube. Howdy. Howdy, YouTube. How are you doing? You like my new hat? This is gonna do it till I can give me a new cowboy hat. Got me a nice straw hat. Unless you have been living under a rock or you just didn't happen to watch Super Bowl 58, then you know that Beyonce made a surprise announcement during Super Bowl 58 during her Verizon commercial, which after she dropped 2 new tracks, which weren't the normal Beyonce tracks, let's say that. They were very different in sound from the bulk of her catalog. Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages. However, Beyonce dropping 2 country songs is not just, you know, one of those things that's like, huh? It's not nothing new for Beyonce, as Beyonce, you know, try country. On the Lemonade album, Beyonce does have a country song on there. Daddy Lessons, which she performed at the 2016 CMA Awards with the Dixie Chicks. So Beyonce does have a little history with, you know, playing in country music. And then also I just watched a video of her performing Irreplaceable with Sugarland back in 2007, I believe, at the American Music Awards. Yep, it was 2007. She performed Irreplaceable with Sugarland at the American Music Awards. With Beyonce dropping country music, it has sparked up a lot of debates, and it has also, you know, caused a lot of conversation, especially radio stations who are saying that they are not going to be playing Beyonce's 2 new country songs that are in fact very much country, and also the importance of why Beyonce entering into this genre is so important. You know, it's Black History Month still. It is Black History Month. So I gotta tie Black history into this video. It's Black History Month, so of course, every video this month, I'm going to try to incorporate Black history into the video. The main point of this video, in a sense, is that Beyonce, as well as other Black artists, have a claim to country music, because country music is very much Black. Happy Black History Month. All right, y'all, before we even get into the video, make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, that helps me out a lot. And make sure you watch the video. Watch it, okay? All right. And knowing how calculated and strategic Mrs. Knowles Carter is, I do not believe it's a coincidence that she would drop 2 country songs during the month of February, during the month of Black History Month. Are you hearing me? Every major genre of music within America has African and/or Black origins, roots that are deeply rooted in Black sound, Black pain, and Black innovation. Country music specifically has always been dominated by white artists. But there is a growing movement to change that narrative. Artists like Mickey Guyton and Jimmy Allen are breaking barriers and bringing diversity to the country music scene. There are also other Black artists shaping country music's future that I think are also worth mentioning, such as Kane Brown. Kane Brown has racked up 6 #1 songs at country radio, and his first 2 albums have gone double platinum and platinum. Shy Carter, who co-wrote Stuck Like Glue for the group Sugarland in 2010, which is a double platinum smash, and in my household, that song probably went quadruple platinum. I loved Stuck Like Glue. Brittany Spencer, who is a rising country music star as well. In 2022, she earned a CMT Music Awards nomination and an Americana Honors and Award nomination. Country music has a lot of roots in Black music. Country music has a lot of roots in Black music. But when you look at the stars of country and who is awarded and who is recognized by that industry, it's predominantly white artists, which makes me think of Beyonce's first foray into country music with Daddy Lessons, which I kind of talked about earlier, and how it sparked the debate about race and inclusion in the genre. Many fans embrace Beyonce's country-influenced song, but me personally, I wouldn't even say the song is country-influenced. It's a country song. So while many fans embrace Beyonce's country song, on the other hand, you have others who are questioning her place in the traditionally white space of country music. And now, 8 years later, it has been 8 years since Lemonade dropped. So that means it has been 8 years since Beyonce dropped Daddy Lessons. And 8 years later, Beyonce makes another foray into country music. Beyonce drops 2 new country tracks, 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em. And we are seeing the same type of conversation. A black woman making country music is being questioned. When how can a black woman making country music be questioned when country music is a part of her history? Country music is a part of her roots. And it's like she has to prove that it's country music. Her fans are having to, write into radio stations and write into streaming services to get these songs changed to country music. Just because Beyonce doesn't normally sing country music, these songs aren't being looked at as country music. When other artists, white artists, dibble and dabble into different genres all the time, and they do not have such a hard time with it being accepted by the industry or radio stations. In today's time, it's just baffling that black artists are having such a hard time emerging in a genre that their ancestors basically created, and that is heavily influenced by other genres that their ancestors created. And according to PBS, black people have always made country music. The story of country music in the United States begins with the banjo, which Southern black people invented in the 1960s. The banjo is rooted within the lute-playing traditions of West Africa. The modern banjo is also a descendant of the, and I hope I say this right, akoting, Akoting, a West African instrument made from gourds. So while the origins of country music may be black, there is still a problem. There's a problem. The problem is there is a broad racial disparity in country music. So I have an article here from the Tennessean pulled up that I would like to read. Basically, the article is pulling data from a report, Redlining in Country Music Representation in the Country Music Industry, 2000 to 2020 by Dr. Jada Watson. It is outlining 2 decades of radio play, award nominations, and label representation for Black, Indigenous, and people of color. So here are the takeaways. So BIPOC artist representation, including airplay, CMA, and ACM award nominations, record deals, and charting singles, makes up less than 4% of the commercial country music industry, according to the study. BIPOC artists received a 2.3 share of country radio airplay in the last 19 years. Nearly 96% of that share went to BIPOC men, with women receiving less than 3%. Only 19% of songs released by BIPOC artists received enough spins to peak in the top 50 of airplay charts. Zero songs by Black women reached the top 20 on country radio charts. Country radio played 11,484 songs from 2002 to 2020. Roughly 1% of those songs, or a total of 133, were by Black artists. 2.3% of ACM awards and 1.6% of CMA award nominees between 2000 and 2019 were people of color. The ideal that BIPOC artists do not make country music, that they're not participating in this space, is a myth that is still perpetuated in this data, Watson told the Tennessean. Ignoring Black artists in the country music space is ignoring history. More importantly, ignoring Black artists in the country music space is ignoring Black history. There's no telling how many aspiring Black country artists that we missed out on, or how many were discouraged from their dreams due to being told that the country music space is not for them, or that the country music space is for white people, or that it's not welcoming for Black artists. In 1927, a man by the name DeFord Bailey performed during a music radio show in Nashville and played his harmonica, which is another popular instrument used in country. DeFord Bailey became the first person to be introduced in the Grand Ole Opry, a country music concert. He was also the first ever performer and the first person to have his music recorded in Nashville. He was the first African-American star of country music, and there are a plethora of other contributions that Black people have made to country music, such as melodies. Early country hits often used melodies from hymns performed by Black ministers in the South. Country music is a melting pot of Black culture. Hillbilly music in particular is a combination of folk songs created by African immigrants from the British Isles in the 18th and 19th century. And once again, Southern Black people invented the banjo and the fiddle, popular instruments used in country music in the 1960s. And in regard to the first string bands in country music were enslaved people. And lastly, the blues heavily influenced country music. And blues is another genre that has roots in Black history that Black people created. Now back to Beyonce and Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, which are both without a doubt country songs. But with it being Beyonce, both of the songs are receiving backlash and radio stations are refusing to play them at the moment. Well, in terms of Texas Hold'em, I think it's, worth mentioning that Rhiannon Giddens is playing the banjo as well as the viola on the song. And if you don't know who Rhiannon Giddens is, let me tell you. In 2017, as featured on Eric Church's Kill a Word, she hit number 6 on country radio. She has also charted number 1 on the Americana Folk Albums list, Tomorrow Is My Turn, in 2016, and as a part of Carolina Chocolate Drop, 2 leaders on Bluegrass album. So in conclusion, the fact that Beyonce has released new music and will also be releasing a new album in March of 2024 this year, rumored to be country music, it's going to give society as a whole the opportunity to really examine the state of race in country music, while also highlighting the struggles that Black artists are facing in the country music space, especially Black women. As we can see right now, and it's a struggle. It's hard for Beyonce to even get played on country radio. So imagine an artist who's a Black artist who's already established or who has already been releasing country music, how hard it is for him or her to be played on country radio stations. I believe that Beyonce with this album and with these 2 songs are, going to open people's eyes to the problems that Black people are facing in the music industry, but more specifically in the country music space, opening their eyes to how difficult it is for Black women and Black artists in general to be played in country music and get the recognition that they deserve. All right, y'all. With that being said, I think it's important that we continue having conversations about race in country music or about race in music as a whole, and to celebrate artists as well who are bringing new perspectives to the genre. So next time you put on your favorite country song, take a moment to appreciate the diverse voices that are shaping the future of country music. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content as well as content about music and social issues. Thank you for watching.